My personal best in Platinum Arena. Let's get into it. What's up YouTube? Today I've got a new video for you guys. Now this is my arena reset, plus I'm going to be showing off the arena defenses that were running Cupidus and Venus, since that is the craze right now. Everybody's going crazy for this duo. It's a really strong duo. On arena defense, it's okay, but arena offense is the real place where it shines. I've got a few arena defenses that I attack who are running Venus and Cupidus, so I'm going to show you those fights, and also I'm going to show you the last 10 minutes last 10 minutes of my platinum push and see how we finish in this reset. So I'm going to quickly take a look. This is the first team we fight with Venus and Cupidus. We have Venus, we have Cupidus, we have Warlord, and then we have Necrit. This seems to be the best way to run this team right now. I'm not really sure, to be honest. I don't have Cupidus, so I wouldn't go off and claim to know what the best way is. But this is a really effective team. You have a lockout champion, then you have the three, which is the Necrit, and then you have the duo of Cupidus and Venus, which is really strong. If you guys don't know, at this point everybody knows what these guys do, but Cupidus has a passive where he's always going to counterattack with his A1 if Venus is on the same team. Now that means that his A1 does a ton of damage and he doesn't need to take a turn to do damage. He can't be locked out because A1s can't be locked out. He will always proc those A1s. So this is the second team that we're facing with Venus and Cupidus. This person is running Cardiel, so I guess he's running a second ally attack with the revive on death sort of setup is what he's trying to go for. But we'll see how long this team takes us to kill. Cardiel isn't as strong as the lockout champion, because if you lock them out, it's much better in my opinion. Plus you can get away from getting hit by go second teams. If you have a threat to lock out enemy team, then people can't run this team that I'm running against this team right now. So the Necrit, Yoshi, Romantu and Nuka team that I built, probably I showcased this team 2 months ago now. A lot of you guys really enjoyed this team. I've seen a lot of people use this team as well. It's fantastic. The only team that this team can't face up against is a lockout team or somebody who's going to CC you, so you don't want to run into that. Now you might think that Venus has a strip and a strip can ruin this team. I wouldn't say a strip really defeats the purpose of the team. As long as you're not getting decrease attacked, or you're not getting locked out or slept, or if those things aren't happening, then you're fine. Even if you lose your buffs, you still have enough damage to kill off enemy team. So even though Venus does have a strip, you can pretty easily hit this team and still win. Here we will see now Cupidus probably will kill my Necrit, and then we'll go in and then clean up with what we have left. Leo is fantastic. Leo is amazing because of this team not running a reviver. You're not running a reviver in the go second team, so you're running Yoshi, Romantu, Necrit, and you're running a Nuka. In that position, even though Necrit does provide a lot of protection, sometimes if you're running a Trunda, you can just get one shot by Candrafons and you can just die. But because of the Leo passive, it just means that he stays alive to at least get off one nuke. So you'll see here, one nuke's enough. We pretty much kill off all of their team bar one champion, and then our Necrit cleans up. So I do prefer Leo in this team over Trunda, just for the safety of things. It makes the team faster because you're not running Arbiter and you're not really running into reaction, so you're letting them wear the reaction off, and you want to make sure you do enough damage with your Leo. So you can see our Leo's run about 50% HP. He did hit into reaction. That's because this team, enemy's team, is really slow, but you'll see we'll have enough damage to end up cleaning everything up. So we'll have a allied protection come out onto Yoshi because he doesn't have any stone skin left. We'll do an A1. Now we'll do a nuke. We have two nukes. I'll take one nuke and kill off the two pairing, and then Duchess will revive and we still have a nuke, so we'll just come back around and nuke them down again with Leo. Leo is, he's by far my favorite nuker in the game right now. I have one in immunity, I have one in savage. Fantastic nuker. The safest option to run in Platinum Arena, especially when people are trying to catch you out. People are trying to trick you into a loss, or the last 10 minutes you just can't take a loss. You don't want to be losing any fights in the last 10 minutes, so you want to make sure you use a nuker who's super safe. Now, I'm quickly showing my arena defense and my position right now. So let me just quickly go back and show you where I was with the last 30 minutes. So I'll take a refresh. I then go and take a look. I am 12 with half an hour left. This is my defense that I had up to the last half an hour. I then change it to this defense. So I'm running Duchess, Yumiko, Hegemon and Necrit. Next week I am going to be using something different because I'll show you why now. As you can see, there's a lot of, right now you can only see one Venus and Cupidus team, but as I scroll down you'll see a lot more. You can see all of this page, all of these 4 teams. I mean, yeah, it's 4 different people using Venus and Cupidus. So I am kind of thinking of something that would do good against this offense. So you can see Pontiff, Implicit, Frog and Hit. They're all hitting me with Cupidus and Venus. So I need something that's going to do good against that. And then if we take another look, we have another Frog hit, another IPR hit from Hit. So they are using Venus and Cupidus. So I want something that will help me either win or stall out these teams slightly longer. So I am working on something. But yeah, this is what my arena defense looked like with 24 minutes to go. Or 30 minutes to go. Now this is the last 15 minutes. I'm still going to show you just the Venus Cupidus fights, and then when we get to the last 10 minutes I'll show you all the fights. So here we have a Duchess and a Necrit. This is another interesting way of running this. Duchess in 6-piece Stone Skin, 2-turn Stone Skin is pretty strong, but it's going to be the same thing. We're going to kill off the duo, and we're going to kill off Necrit, and then when the revive happens we'll still have a AoE nuke. So we'll just go back and kill off everything again. So we have a nuke there. Now the cooldown on our A2 is back up. So when she revives, we're gonna try to do the ally attack with, well actually, yeah, just the A2. Maybe we have the ally attack from Necrit, we do, and we just clean up. Nice and easy, 39 seconds. We go next. Now from here on out, I'll show you the rest of my fights. Those were just covering the Cupidus and Venus thing because I know a lot of people are interested in seeing how well that offense and defense does. On offense, I think it's fantastic. On defense, it's probably still pretty good. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are losing to it because it's fairly new. I didn't hit that offense, or I didn't hit that defense in the last 10 minutes because it was unfamiliar to me, so I just stuck with what I knew I could farm fairly quickly. So you see, I don't think I fought too many Venus Cupiduses. There might be 1 or 2 I fight in the last 10 minutes, but there isn't many. I'm just going for the safe wins, the easy quick farms. These kind of teams, these speed teams with Hegemon, these have pretty much fallen off pretty hard. They're not as good as they used to be. They were always, the problem maybe is that they're so old, everybody has a counter to this. Everybody knows how to deal with this sort of team. It doesn't really have any element of surprise, or people pretty much have figured this team out, so they're not really struggling against this. As you can see, we are going to get through this fight. It's probably going to take us under 35 seconds. Yeah, 33 seconds. Might have been a reaction proc from Leo as well, so we didn't proc his passive straight away. This team is a pretty quick farm. I actually tested this team. As you can see, I'm not running Morley in this team for the turn meter boost. I'm just trying to see if my output is faster than these champions, and it is. And I pretty quickly figure out that I don't have a lose condition against this team. 10-second farm, not a good look from, you know, that guy's arena defense, especially in the last 10 minutes. And when you get a farm like that, you're kind of refreshing to find the same guy. If you're farming something in 10 seconds in the last 10 minutes, you best refresh at least 4 or 5 times to find the same guy, because 10-second fights, they don't come by. So I am refreshing. I'm looking for teams I can fight. This is a really unfortunate thing that happens in this fight. I believe we get 3% resisted on one of these champions. We get 3% resisted on Sifi, and she puts up her increased defense, and my arbiter gets resisted too, so we can't actually do we could have done decreased defense, or basically we could have reduced the increased defense duration by 1 turn with arbiter's tornado, but she got provoked by a Hegemon, which is a 40% chance of happening, so you know, a little bit unlucky on my end. And then we got our cooldowns increased, so I just go back out and then I'll go back in, and we'll try it again. I believe we get resisted again, and I'm gonna see who we get resisted on this time. I'm like, no! So we go back into the fight, same guy, we queue into him again, and this time the A1 from Hegemon lands onto my Yumiko, and they land increased defense, which frustrates me, but what we do get is a
2 hours later.
Decrease duration right here, you'll see. So we landed decrease or reduce duration of buffs, whatever you want to call it. It's a weird way to word it, but yeah, we landed it on Sifi, which kind of confirms that it was a 3% last time round. So I am really annoyed at this point. I'm thinking I'm going to lose another fight to get an RNG'd, but we actually managed to kill everything off. It actually ends up taking me a whole minute to deal with this team, just because of RNG and the way it played out. But we do actually manage to get this team down and get them killed. Took us way longer than it should have, but the good thing is I didn't lose twice to RNG. I only lost once, which is, you know, silver linings. It could have been worse, but we managed to get away with a loss and a minute fight. Could be much worse. It's pretty bad, but you know, you gotta take some bad RNG. It happens in the last 10 minutes. We then see this team. We have Necrit, we have Candrathon. This is the sort of team I would struggle against if they were running a protection Necrit with my last team. So now I'm gone back to my Leo or this Necrit team. 11-second farm, nice and easy. We just go next. We're thinking about running into this Frog team. Pretty sure we just A1 Sifi, and then we manage to just go next. Quick tip I would like to point out in this position: if you are running this team, if you're trying to run a Hegemon team and you're trying to make Hegemon go first and reduce the turn meter of whoever the lead champion is, you can always tell who's going to be in which position when it comes to the screen. So you'll see Sifi is in this spot, and I already knew that Sifi is going to be in this spot because this is the leader position, this is the second position, this is the third position, and this is the fourth position, and that will always be the same. So if you're running a team with Hegemon in it and you're trying to make sure you land your A1 onto the fastest enemy champion, and you don't want to really sit there and think, oh, who is going to be, where's Sifi going to be, where's Arbiter going to be, you'll always be able to tell if you just go into the fight. If you go into the fight and you look, this is position 1, position 2, position 3, and position 4. So how you can reflect that in fight is the position 1 is always going to be this one. So the second from the right, this is position 1, this is position 2, this is position 3, and this is position 4. So you'll always know where to click on as soon as the fight starts. Now, I am running Arbiter in Stone Skin, so it gives me slight more time to kind of see who's where and who's how is everybody positioned before I land the A1. But if you're trying to think, okay, I don't have that much time to really find it, and so I have to take it off auto. If you're taking it off auto, it might take you an extra 2 or 3 seconds per fight. So if you just bear in mind where position 1, 2, 3, and 4 is, it'll help you to basically land the A1 with your Hegemon. So that's a quick tip for you guys. Back into the push. Here we have a pretty strong Rhodos who did a bunch of damage, and if he had increased attack on, it could have been quite tricky, but I know a lot of people are running really fast Rhodoses, and I fought this guy before as well, so I knew his Rhodos will go first. He will reduce the HP on my Leo. He will bring him down a lot of HP basically, and then I'll be able to go in and then start nuking. So we're already 2 nukes in, and I started with the A2. So when you start with the A2, you're only going to get 1 A1 before you get the AoE back. So if we didn't reduce the cooldown, we did not. Sometimes you can reduce the cooldown with Cycle of Violence, I believe it is. But if you always start with the A2, you'll always have a AoE into another AoE into A1 into another AoE. So you'll always have enough AoEs to kill enemy teams. So Leo without Kaima works fantastically. This team almost tripped me up. I believe this team came close to doing enough damage to put me in a spot of bother a little bit. So you'll see, I remember this team thinking, maybe I should have given this team a little bit more respect. because we tried to go for the strip. We probably don't land the strip. We probably got 3%ed on Duchess too, which is a little bit unfortunate. Here we have some nukes going off. Now the swift parry or the passive from Leo has already procced, so I'm slightly concerned. You can see his shield is coming down too, so I am slightly concerned here, but it's nothing that's too much of an issue. I'm gonna kill off Necrit here, and then we're just gonna kill off everything else on the team. The revive is already done, so that's good. And there we go. We just do the second nuke, 41 seconds, nice and easy. Go next. What else do we take? We don't take too many Rhodoses, because remember, Rhodos can A2 his way straight through my ally protection Necro. So we have this team again. This team that was a pretty quick farm for me. I believe from here on out, I just look for this team and try to farm it over and over again, because I know it's a 10-second fight for me. So the last 2 minutes left, I'm thinking if I can find the same team again and again, it will be pretty good for me, and that's exactly what we do. We find the same guy again. We literally don't have a lose condition against this team. Even though the A1 landed on my Yumiko, my champions are still too fast for any of his team to do anything. The only lose condition maybe is a 3%, which are the odds I'm willing to take at this point. So I'm just refreshing, looking from the same guy again. Just refresh. I know if I take a fight, I can probably get one fight in, but I believe as long as I find the same guy, I could probably get 2 more fights in. So I'm refreshing, and at this point I'm thinking maybe I just take a fight. I look at this team, this Necrit team, and I'm thinking maybe I'll get stalled out. Best thing if I just refresh and look for a fight I can complete quicker. At this point, do I take that? No, we are just looking for the same fight, and we actually found it. We found the fight. We're gonna go into the fight. At this point, I know if I can do 10-second fights, I could probably get away with 2 more wins against the same guy. If I fight anybody else, I'm only gonna get 1 more win. So again, another 10 seconds, and after this I'm like, let me just get 1 more fight in. Can we find the same team again? I take a refresh, nothing. I take another refresh, and then we found the guy, and then that's it. I believe this is the last fight. We managed to get it in time. Again, no lose condition, nothing to worry about. 3% is the only thing that could happen, but even then we probably wouldn't lose. We'd probably just get stalled out because they don't have a revive. 10-second fight, last 5 seconds, and this is how we finished off. This is my arena defense. As you can see, a lot of Cupidus, Venus. We had Ideal with Rhodos and Candraphon. We have another Venus Cupidus team, another one down here. Double Rhodos, another Venus Cupidus team. A Rhodos and Duchess and Mountain King and Necrit. But you can see a lot of Venus and Cupidus is running around. It is very, very strong. I don't have a Cupidus myself. If I did, I would love to do a guide on it, or at least try out 300 or 400 fights with it to see how strong it exactly is. And is it better than the Yoshi, Necrit, Leo, Romantu team? Because Venus comes with a built-in strip too. So I would love to test this team, how strong it is, and if it's better than the world's strongest Go second team or not. In my opinion, it very well does have the potential to be that strong. The Venus Cupidus thing is insane. I'm pretty sure everybody's already read the buffs that Cupidus got. Cupidus now basically has a 100% chance to counterattack when Venus is on his team and he gets hit. So if you put him in the lead position, any ally attack, any AoE attack would make sure he procs his A1, which is an AoE, and it does tons of damage. It can't be locked out, so you could go up against Warlord teams, against Yumiko teams. It's fantastic. It's a really, really good team. I would highly recommend, if you don't have everything to build a Necrit Yoshi Leo team with a strip from Romantu or Ceres, or if you are running that team, try this team out to see if you think it's better than that team or not. I would love to, like I said, I would love to try it, but I don't have Cupidus just yet. I do have Venus. I have the Void champions, just not the non-Void. So those were my arena defenses. I believe I get hit. I believe I count 10 or 11 defeats in the last 10 minutes. So a lot of points lost there. For my offense, as you can see, the same guy hit 4 times in the last minute or so. So that was pretty good for me. This guy who was running his Hegemon, Kaimar, Warlord, I'm assuming he won't run this Last week he was running a different defense. It didn't quite work out for him, so he changed it again. You know, it's trial and error. What happens at reset? This team could have been doing really well midweek, but because you run it at end of week and people are just, you know, they just built different. People are pushing for platinum. Yeah, this team kind of got hit pretty hard for him, and I'm pretty sure he's going to come back with a stronger team. But this week, this experiment did not work out for him. So that's 4 fights. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We did 13 fights in the last 10 minutes. We lost one fight against the Yumiko team and Sifi team, where Sifi resisted and she landed increased defense and we couldn't kill off the team. So that was a bit unfortunate for me, but that's fine. But yeah, that was the push. Let's take a quick look at my finish. Now, I did see it did show as a top 7, even though when it says top 7 it doesn't exactly mean top 7. It could be different, but I was pretty certain it was top 10. Top 10, exactly number 10 was my highest finish so far, and this was my personal best. It is a top 8. I'm super chuffed with it. It was amazing for me to finish top 8. This is only my second time in top 10. The time before this I finished top 10 was, I believe it was a couple of weeks ago. My arena defense still needs a lot of work, so there is positive there. I could do even better. If my arena defense didn't get hit 10 times, if you only got hit 5 times and it was 5 losses, this finish would have been much better, but I am super happy with it. First time I did single digits, so that's awesome for me. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of the video. Let me know what you guys think of the teams. Hopefully this gave you some guidance towards how good Cupidus and Venus is. I don't have it to make a guide right now, but if I do pull a Cupidus, I'd love to make a guide for you guys. But yeah, this is my platinum push. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.